What's going on, everyone? My name is Levi Kahn. I am a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Florida with a specific concentration in the North Florida, Jacksonville area. Today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people are probably going to encounter on a home search, and that is new construction homes. Should I buy a new construction? Should I buy a resale? What are some of the pros and cons of a new construction? That's what we're going to be going over in this video today. But hey, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all kinds of cool real estate home tours, home model tours, and just general real estate information, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I really appreciate it. So new construction homes. First of all, let's talk about a little bit of the positive aspects of a new construction home. First and foremost, obviously, you're buying a brand new home. That means that everything in the home is brand new. The roof is new, the AC is new, the appliances are new. Everything is new, and you don't have to worry about, generally speaking, major repairs in the home or major maintenance for a long period of time. New construction homes also generally come with a warranty. It does differ from builder to builder, but generally it's something like 10 years structural, and then you'll have a set amount of warranty on the appliances. You'll have a set warranty on the air conditioner. Typically builders will cover everything for a year, so generally you're covered. You don't have to worry about anything right when you're moving in. Another positive of buying new construction is that, generally speaking, builders will offer pretty lucrative incentive packages for you to go with them if you use their preferred lender most of the time. It can usually be something like they'll cover either all of your closing costs or a portion of your closing costs, or they might give you a rate buy down, a promotional interest rate. It really depends on the builder, and I recommend you get with your local real estate agent to try to get a little bit more information about what builders are offering in your area. But here in Florida, the most common thing that we see are closing cost incentives. We might see complimentary appliances, or you might see something like, again, like I said, promotional interest rate, rate buy down, something like that. Flex cash is very common, which is cash that you can do with all kinds of different stuff. You can buy the rate down, you can lower the purchase price. So again, check with your builders or your real estate agents, but lots of cool things that you can do out there. Another pro for buying new construction can be customization. Now there's a few different types of builders out there. You have full custom builders, you have semi-custom builders, you have some builders that won't let you customize anything at all. Some builders will actually let you pick out the finishes. For example, the house that my girlfriend and I had built, we were able to actually pick the lot that we wanted the house on. We picked the model that we wanted built on the lot. We picked the flooring. I mean, we picked all of the finishes inside the house. We actually went to what's called a design center appointment, sat down with a designer, and went through what we wanted in each room. And then they give you a cost at the end, and you can make any changes if you want. Other builders, like I said, they might not offer the customization options that some will, but the prices will be a little bit lower. So that's a cool thing that you get to do with new construction. You can really make a home feel a little bit more like your own, because one of the knocks on new construction, and we'll get into this a little bit more in the con section, is that sometimes they feel a little cookie cutter, because a lot of times the builders will actually just use materials they have available to them, that they might have contracts with suppliers. So sometimes you get a little bit more of a cookie cutter feel. But a lot of times, if you can customize the home to how you like it, it feels a lot more like home when you live there, and you'll be a lot more of a happy customer. You'll be more likely to recommend them to your friends and family. And the last pro that we're going to go over today for new construction purchasing is a lot of times when you're buying in a new construction neighborhood, you actually get a lot of amenities that come along with that. Now that can be found in resale as well if you're buying in a master planned community. But specifically with new construction, a lot of times you get really nice pools. You might have like a local community fitness center. There might be nature trails. There could be dog parks. A lot of times they really try to build stuff that people would want to use. And it might be different for each community within a given region. Here in North Florida, there's a lot of variety with what kinds of amenities you might see. So it's always good to check with your local realtor to get you some more information on what certain builders are offering as far as amenities. Okay, now we're gonna move on to some of the cons. The first and the biggest con, and one of the biggest things that can be a problem for some people, and this can honestly be a pro sometimes as well, is the length of time it takes to build a home. Generally speaking, right now here in the North Florida area, what we're seeing as far as build time, if you're doing a full custom build, it's 6 to 9 months right now, depending on what you're getting. And that can be a problem for some people if you're looking for something that you need to be in a little bit sooner. If you've got a life event happening and you need to be in a house within 30 to 60 days, a new construction might not be for you. A resale might make more sense. Now the flip side of that is some builders will offer what they call spec homes. Now a spec home is a home that the designer that works for the builder has gone through and already picked out all of your finishes. So the obvious downside to that is that you don't get to customize the home, but the upside is that it's already likely being built, it's already in production, so you can move in way sooner than you would, and you can still cash in on some of those new construction incentives, so you're sort of getting the best of both worlds as far as time and the incentives. The next con as far as new construction is, this is again not something that's specific to new construction, but you're definitely going to see it in a master plan community, is HOA. Some people just really don't want to live in a community with an HOA, and you can find some new construction homes that are being built by builders out that are not part of a master plan community, and you might not have to deal with an HOA. But generally speaking, if you're going to be in a big suburb, you're probably going to have to deal with an HOA, which, you know, that's a whole topic for another video as far as HOAs, but something that you might want to be aware of. It might be an issue, you know, something that you're not super interested in. Now, another con with new constructions, and again, this isn't always a con, but it's just something to be aware of. A lot of times they heavily incentivize using their preferred lender. Now, most of the time they'll tell you that you can use your lender, and you can. You know, there might be some builders with restrictions, but generally most of the new construction homes that I've sold, I've had a few that we've used a third-party lender, and it's been fine. But a lot of times you won't get those incentives that are so appealing to come to new construction in the first place. So it's kind of a catch-22. You have to be careful with that. Again, check with your local builders. It could depend on the area you're in. It might be different for each community, but just something you want to be aware of. And if you have a really good relationship with your lender that you're working with now, it could pose a bit of a problem if you're not comfortable using another lender. And this is a reason that I would always heavily encourage using a real estate agent to represent you on the buy side of a transaction. When you're buying a new construction home, a lot of times if you go to a website for a builder, the home prices that they advertise, and let's say it's a spec home, are base prices. So it does not include things like lot fees, it doesn't include things like upgrades, any sort of customization that you've made to the home, it will not include that. So a lot of times they'll advertise a much lower price to get you interested in coming out and viewing the home, only for you to get there and realize that actually the price is going to be significantly higher. So that's something that you need to be aware of as well. As long as you have the right information and you have a realtor on your side, or you're very privy to the process, you should be in good shape to go in there and find a home that works for you financially, because generally the prices at new construction are priced pretty competitively to what's going on in the market around, and they do a pretty good job most of the time as far as the builders actually adjusting prices on the fly to sort of keep up with what's going on in the market. But yeah, something you want to be aware of, the prices are not always what they seem when you go on their websites and take a look. And the last con that we're going to talk about for new construction is that generally speaking, new home prices are not that negotiable, or at least not as negotiable as what you might be able to negotiate on a resale. So with new construction, generally speaking, their prices, they do a good job at adjusting the rates for the market for the most part, at least in the North Florida region. Most of the time, it's very difficult for you to negotiate down further. Sometimes on spec homes, they might have something where you can lower it. And you know, this might actually make sense for some people. Not everybody wants to haggle and negotiate a price on a home, and I totally get that. But some people do want to feel like they're knocking a little bit off that price, and they want to try to negotiate a better deal for themselves. And if you're one of those people, it might be difficult to feel as if you're getting a good value with a new construction. So again, I always recommend consulting with a real estate agent on the negotiation side of it, somebody that might know the market and they might be able to tell you if you are or are not getting a good deal. But yeah, those are the general pros and cons that I've seen in my experience selling real estate, selling new construction homes here in the North Florida area. New construction homes, they might make sense for you and your family, but on the flip side, there might be some things about new construction that just don't make sense for you and your family. So it's always best to evaluate all of your options, and like I said, having somebody on your side that really understands the market is always a plus. If you have any other general real estate questions or questions about new construction, go ahead and drop a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But until next time, thank you for checking out the video, and we'll see you.